Grief Talk with Vonne Solis, the clips. If you were to look at any health condition or difference in a child as a severe life-threatening risk, dependent on how it's perceived, treated, and discussed, but just respected, every person matters. It's not just about the peanut allergies. As important and as serious as that is, what about the child who has experienced one too many days of bullying or feeling miserable, hopeless, and isolated? Because let's face it, our kids don't talk to us, okay? They might tell us some things, but they're not going to tell us everything. So community is huge for them. So to not feel embraced or understood, what are we doing to protect that kid that after one too many taunts, okay, or one too many days of feeling they can't cope, they kill themselves? That's what's happening. And in my world, when your child dies by suicide, it can be a buildup for however long of things they can't cope with that they may or may not confide in one close friend, if anybody. But as a child, as a teen, often these suicides are impulsive. Seriously, I've had too much. I'm going home. I'm ending it. It's happened to people I know. So I'm not just, sort of paying lip service to this. I'm very, very concerned about it. And you and I, obviously, Deanne, are not going to solve this problem having this talk. But what we can do is make a plea to anybody listening and watching. One, your kids are talking to you, and there are ways to do that. And two, if you have a kid that's got a bit of a mean streak, if the family home can't address it, teachers, people, administration, counselors, it has to be addressed somehow. And I don't have the answers for it. And I don't know if you have any ideas on that, but bullies are of all ages. Mean people are all ages. So it's basically about how do we become kinder and more respectful and understanding of each other and what we live with. I expect you to actually have an answer, Deanne.
Lots of pressure. Yeah, I actually think that there aren't that many horrible, cruel, mean people in the world. There's a pretty small percentage, and I think that the rest of the people are trying to figure it out. Parents do know their children best, so I don't believe there's one right way to do anything. There's conversations that you can notice the quietness of your child. You can establish a relationship with your child's teacher. And this is, when I say teacher, this is in those younger years, right? When they only have one teacher. It starts to get a little bit more complicated as they get older. Mm-hmm. They're diagnosed in middle school or high school. That makes it a little bit more challenging. But when they are young, continue to have conversations with your kid. Hey, how'd it go today? And if they're, you're pretty quiet today, you don't have to say, did something happen? Sometimes it just comes out, that silence that happens after you ask a question, let that be there. And a lot of the time we do know things are going on, and talk to our children, whether they're in preschool or kindergarten or sixth grade. There are options to raise awareness. First off, I think that kids need somebody who looks like them, somebody who understands, and just to show up as I am, right?
Yeah.
Show up as I am, and if they're comfortable.
If you have a child that is different in any way, you're going to be worried about something.